All right, guys. For buskers and artists who are looking for a lawyer to fight for their First Amendment rights. So first, I want to go over a situation and what happened. In this situation, I was filming an artist who was getting harassed by park rangers, and he was getting a citation for doing bubbles in the park. The citation was dangerous chemicals or something along those lines. I saw them go towards him and immediately pulled out my camera from the spot I was busking, which is kind of behind the Rangers, but to the right of them, all the way across the little sidewalk there. Um, anyways, let's play what happened real quick, and then we'll go over it.
This is not stopping from coming out here and doing it. No.
Good, good. Don't let them intimidate you. They're being bullies. They're being bullies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not interfering. He was talking to me. I was responding. I'm being detained for what? I didn't. Okay, your attitude is get out of here, sir. I want the police here. I want the police here now. Okay, so you can watch this video more and see everything that happened on my YouTube channel, William Dorsett, and it'll be Ranger Danger, the saga continues. But I was cited for 56.27, disorderly or offensive conduct in public places. It's prohibited. This shall be and is hereby declared to be unlawful for any person to be guilty of any offense or disorderly conduct in or upon any of the streets, alleys, sidewalks, squares, parks, or in any store or public place in said city, and it shall be unlawful for any person to make any loud noise or disturbance or use any loud, noisy, boisterous, vulgar, or indecent language on any of the street, alleys, sidewalks, square, park, or any store or public place in said city. And this was incorporated in 1952, but adopted in 1934. So number one, I did not do any of the things that's listed in this code. It's really kind of funny because I wasn't loud, I wasn't boisterous, I wasn't vulgar, I wasn't using indecent language, I wasn't trying to disturb anyone or call people over to what was going on. I was just filming and responding to the person being cited who was talking to me. Yet, to this ranger, it was considered disorderly conduct. I even went to court on this with a traffic court attorney because it's a traffic violation, basically, a administrative infraction. Yet I lost in court because the judge looked up the definition for the word disorderly. And in the definition, there was like 7 different words that could apply to that. And one of those words was annoy. So because he thought I was intentionally trying to annoy the ranger, I was found guilty of disorderly conduct. But it does not stop there. I reached out to a few civil rights attorneys, and one got back to me and appealed the case pro bono. There's a lot more going on with this case, but I can't discuss the details of that. I just wanted to point these things out because this is how I want to teach you how to find a lawyer, or the best way to find a lawyer who will represent you. So the first thing you need to do is you want to find the code you were cited for and get the language for it, and then you want to do some research on that to find out if it is legal or not. Second, you want to write out in a document a little bit about what occurred along with the citation you were given. And if you have a copy of the video, you want to take a copy of the video and add that to it. So we're going to take this copy of the video and we will put it at the end of this. And we're going to put a link in that so that they can just click it and go to the video. We'll put evidence. And now, what you want to do is write out about 500 words or less about what occurred. You want to have the code. If you can have a case file to back up your statements, how it violates your rights or something along those lines, that would also be good. But you want to include lots of details, and you want to be as thorough as possible with what happened while trying to say it all in less than 500 words. I'm going to read what I wrote about this particular thing just so you have an idea. On 6/25/2023 at around 1 p.m., I was busking in San Diego at Balboa Park. I had my art display set up and was doing live painting when I noticed three park rangers beeline towards a busker who was doing a live performance of soap bubble art for children. The rangers cited the man with dangerous chemicals. When I noticed the rangers rushing towards the bubble man, I went to record the encounter as well as to inform the rangers that their actions are a violation of constitutional rights. During this encounter, the ranger writing the citation was not only threatening me for speaking to the individual being cited, but threatening tourists when they would question his behavior. I continued filming and narrated the situation as I was filming. At one point, the bubble artist was saying he wouldn't let the rangers intimidate him and that he will be coming back. I said, "Good, you should never let bullies intimidate you." The ranger did not like being called a bully and immediately told me I was being cited for disorderly conduct. This ranger tried to use the law to shut down my free speech. I was unlawfully detained and told to stay put until the ranger finishes writing the citation for the bubble artist. Not only did this ranger violate a performer's rights, but this ranger also violated my right as a citizen to film, report, and criticize the ranger. I believe that my First and 14th Amendment rights were violated. I also believe that this ranger is guilty of USC Section 18-242, deprivation of rights under color of law. The code which I was cited for with is as follows: 56.27, disorderly or offensive conduct in public places. And then I just go over the same code again and I highlighted it. Then I wrote, I believe this code is unconstitutionally vague and obtuse. The language within the code allows for any officer of the law to cite someone for disorderly conduct over a slight annoyance to the officer. I also believe there is case law that backs this up. And the case law link is supremejustia.com/cases/federal/us/482/451/. In Hill versus Houston, the Supreme Court has said that the First Amendment protects a significant amount of verbal criticism and challenge directed at police officers. As the court said, the freedom of individuals verbally to oppose or challenge police action without thereby risking arrest is one of the principal characteristics by which we distinguish a free nation from a police state. ID at 462-63. See also e.g. United States versus Pucha 259F3D 1077, 1082, Ninth Circuit 2001. Criticism of police, profane or otherwise, is not a crime. I continue by saying I am but a humble busker artist with little income, but I am seeking help with appealing this citation as well as potentially suing the Ranger City for a violation of First Amendment rights. Please reach out to me if you can help. Then I put my name, number, email address, and best time to be reached, along with a video of the evidence. What you want to do now is copy all this. Then you want to go to avo.com. I am not being paid by avo.com. Just so you know, no one's paying me to tell you to go here. This is just a place I go to search for attorneys when I need to find an attorney, because they give you a nice list and then you can email attorneys down the list. So in the search bar, you want to type in civil rights attorney if you believe it's civil rights, or maybe it's criminal attorney. And then you want to type in the city and state you're in, and then click search. It's going to pull up a bunch of attorneys. What you want to do is go down this list, and you want to answer the questions. um, some of the answers you might not be able to answer, and then you want to paste what you just wrote into this box here. And apparently, what I wrote was not 500 words or less, or 2,000 words or less, but that's okay. I'm just showing you for the purposes of showing you. It'll put in your number, and then you click submit. You want to do this with every single lawyer on the list while taking down their name and number for everyone that you send out. Once you have sent out your mass emails, generally within 2 to 3 days, a lawyer will call you. If they have not called you within that 2 to 3 days, start going down your list and start calling the lawyers and try to talk to them. It's going to take a lot because one, the lawyers might not have it in their budget to do pro bono cases, or you might not have the money for their fees. And so it's going to take a lot to find a lawyer who will take you pro bono or under contingency, which is where you pay for the court fees ahead of time. But if you do the research, you write enough lawyers, and you do the back end by calling them all, one of them will bite, especially if you have a case. If you have a case, chances are a lawyer will smell being able to make money off that case, and if they see a good way to make money, they'll take your case pro bono. So that's not something you should have to worry about. But you got to go to this website, avo.com. You got to type in the type of lawyer you want, the city and state, and then you've got to search. And you've got to be ready to inform them about everything that's happened, including the laws that you feel like have been broken, because they may not know about this law. They may not have encountered a case law that fits your situation. So pretend like they know nothing and educate them. If you can do this, you will get yourself a lawyer, and you will be able to handle your case fairly easily with legal representation. If you don't do this, what you're going to have to do is research everything as if you were a lawyer. And you're going to have to learn how to submit a case. You need to learn how to submit evidence. You need to learn how and how much time you have to do these things. It's a lot of work. I've been through it. I can tell you it is hard. There's a reason why they get paid the big bucks, and it's because this is hard work, and they have teams to help you, to help with the research and help find out all the laws and everything. And they have 8 years of school teaching them how to do these things, whereas without that schooling, you're going to have to crash course yourself through YouTube and videos and articles and stuff until you find what you need. Either way, I hope this helps you find an attorney. Keep checking my page for new legal things to help you find what you need. I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. I'm just trying to help you find an attorney and get the proper legal advice you need. Okay, have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.